Hello, I'm Julie, and in this short talk I will cover what it means to be a trustee, how to find the right role for you, and where to go for further support. So what is a trustee? The Charity Commission is the regulator for charities. This is their definition of what a trustee is. Whilst legal responsibility is central to understanding trusteeship, there is much more to the role. Trustees are leaders, advocates, and stewards of the organisations they serve. Being a trustee contributes to organisations achieving lasting change for people and communities. As the slide suggests, trustees have different names depending on the type of organisation and its legal structure. Trustees have a number of responsibilities, which the Charity Commission breaks down into 6 main duties. The first of these relates to public benefit. Charity status is determined by a public benefit test, so trustees have a duty of ensuring that what their charity does benefits the public. Secondly, it's about complying with your governing document and the law. Trustees should be familiar with your governing document, whether this is a constitution, a trust deed, or a memorandum and articles of association. Trustees need to stay up to date with all of their filing and make sure that they are notifying the Charity Commission if there are any changes to who is on their board. They also need to be aware of any laws that affect the charity. Thirdly, trustees need to act in the charity's best interests. This is about making balanced and informed decisions, recognising any conflicts of interest that might exist, and being prepared to question and challenge, but also accepting a majority decision-making process. Trustees need to manage your charity's resources responsibly. This involves managing risk, protecting the assets of the charity, and having proper balances and controls in place. Trustees need to act with reasonable care and skill. So you need to use the skills that you have, and more importantly, know when you need to get advice and be prepared for meetings. Trustees need to ensure that the charity is accountable. You need to meet any legal and accounting requirements, being accountable to members and other stakeholders. Accountability should be something that you welcome and not seen as a burden. Charities need a diverse range of people and skills in order to help them operate effectively. I've broken what's required of trustees down into 3 areas: commitment, time, and skills. So thinking about time, there isn't one answer to this question. Like other sectors, charities can vary in size and governance structure. So how much time you give to your role will depend on the organisation, the role that you hold, your availability, and whether you want to take on additional volunteering outside of being a trustee. In terms of commitment, again, there is no set time limit on how long you have to commit to an organisation, but many organisations appoint trustees for terms of 3 years. Hard skills, such as HR, accountancy, or law, are often sought. However, boards also need to have trustees that have soft skills, problem solving, team building, negotiation, people skills. All of these are vital to boards. As are trustees who have lived or learned experience of that charity's cause. This could be your own experience, or because you have experience of a friend or family member. Trustees need to be 18 if the organisation is unincorporated. However, for a CIO, you can be a trustee from the age of 16. There are also some restrictions that apply. So you can't be a trustee if you've been disqualified by law or disqualified by the Charity Commission. So why become a trustee? There are many reasons why people become trustees. It could be that you have a connection to a particular cause, or it could be that you've built up professional skills throughout your career and you want to use those to make a difference in society. But being a trustee isn't all about giving, and I just wanted to emphasise the value that it can bring to you as an individual. It can help you learn about teams and how organisations operate, and it can also help you develop your skills and improve your CV. Getting on board an organisation who help place trustees did a survey of trustees and found that 96% of trustees that they surveyed said that being a trustee had helped them learn new skills, and 22% said being a trustee had helped them secure a new work role. Being a trustee can also help you build a connection to your local community. A few years ago, I was at an event and sat next to someone who was a new trustee. They commented on how much being a trustee of that organisation had helped them connect to their local community. So how can you find the right role for you? I suggest you start by doing some research. Have a look at the charity's website. Once you have their charity number, you can have a look at their entry on the Charity Commission Register of Charities. This will give you lots of useful information about the charity, for example, where their income comes from. And you can also have a look at things like their accounts and the trustee's annual report. If you're in conversation with the charity, you could ask for a copy of their constitution and also any business plans or strategies that they may have. It's also important to have very clear expectations about what the role will involve. Read any role descriptions that have been provided. Talk to the charity about how much time they expect their trustees to give. You could ask them about the number of meetings they have and also when these meetings happen. It's important to know that they will fit in with your other commitments. You can also have a conversation with them about what the recruitment and induction process for trustees will involve. The next step is to build relationships. I'd encourage you to take every opportunity to meet the charity staff, their volunteers and their beneficiaries. It may not always be possible for you to visit their premises. However, they may have a fundraising event or an open day that you would be very welcome to attend. You may also want to attend their AGM, which is a really good way of finding out what the charity has been up to in the past year and how they've delivered against their charitable purposes. You could also try out being a trustee of that charity. Have an informal coffee with one of the existing trustees, or ask to attend a trustee meeting as an observer so that you can better understand how the board operates and what the ethos of the organisation is. There is lots of further support available for you while you consider a trustee role and also when you're in one. So on this slide, I've put the link to the Charity Commission's document CC3, which is the Essential Trustee, which is the main guide to what it means to be a charity trustee. I've also included a link here to the Charity Governance Code, which is also useful to have a look at. Once you're in a role, there's plenty of support available from Richmond CVS, whether that's through one-to-one advice or through attending one of our training sessions or events. We run a two-part training session for trustees, whether that's new trustees or existing trustees looking for a bit of a refresher on what's involved. We've recently put that training online, and we also run other events that you may find useful, a lot of which will often focus on fundraising. I look after the Richmond Trustee Network, which is an opportunity for trustees to get together, to hear about a relevant topic. So for example, our last meeting just last week was about safeguarding, and also more importantly, to network, so to make connections with other trustees in the borough. So thanks very much for listening. We really hope that you enjoy your evening, and we really hope it leads to trustee roles that are right for you.